And I've invited a special guest co-host, Roxy Fam.
What's happening, everybody?
And in the build, to Chris.
Yes.
Hey, I'm here. Suzann Christine in the building. Sue that.
Listen, before the show even started, this part of the show started, I was saying to you, I had such a great time checking you out down at the ODAD, I want to call it Unity Day.
Yeah.
Down at 25th and
Lehigh.
I think it was June 7th. Is that right?
Man, that's sad because I don't remember the date.
Yeah, it could have been
all.
June 7th. It makes sense. But your performance was incredible. Now, I just want to let everybody know.
Yes.
Suzann Christine is, I want to say, a big wig around these parts. I mean, like, she's winning awards everywhere. People are saying, hey, this girl is fly. She's a dope queen. If you know what I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying such wonderful stuff about you.
I love it.
Okay, so what's going on?
It's beautiful. It's a lot going on. I have a couple shows coming up, free shows coming up that are going to be amazing.
Us all about it.
Yes, so I have a free show coming up on Penn's Landing at the waterfront on July 28th. And that's going to be with T.I., SWV, Estelle, Drew Hill, and Philly's own Bino.
Oh.
Myself, I'm going on around 12:50. I suggest that everybody gets there early because you know how free shows are.
Yes.
You know how the Penn's Landing is.
Yes.
You need to set up your spot, and you just need to make it an all-day thing. It's from 12 to 8. So, yeah, it's the nation's largest urban health festival put on by PA Cares.
Okay.
So it's going to be an amazing time, and I'll be at Warm Daddy's August 9th on my own show, and I would like to invite other singers and rappers, poets to come out to that show because we're going to put the mic open for everybody.
What?
And we're going to be on the rooftop. Yeah. It's going to be a fun time.
That sounds incredible.
Okay.
Yeah,
That sounds incredible.
Yeah, so that's what's coming up. Oh, and I can't forget about July 22nd, which is a Sunday with Denise Williams and Rough Ends at Malcolm X Park.
Are you talking about
wow.
Black Butterfly, Denise Williams, yes.
Yeah, shout out to Denise. The way my dad did background vocals on her My Melody.
Oh, wow.
Yes, where our hit song Silly. And You're All That Matters.
Oh, man,
my dad did the background vocals on that album, so yeah, I love me some Denise.
Yes, that's a free show too.
Yeah.
July 22nd. Listen, it's all posted on my page and my website, so.
Make sure that you get all your ducks lined up to go to these things.
Yes.
I'm saying, I'm going to all of them.
Okay.
I'm going to be there. Whatever one is Sunday, I may not make it. Depends on what time it starts.
Right, because
I'm going to be here.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I know I don't go on until 4 o'clock on that.
Okay, well, I can still make it. Because
Yeah.
I'm going to be down here anyway.
That's a good show. That's a good show.
Yeah.
They're both good shows, though. I mean,
Yeah.
shout out to you. You better do that,
Thank you,
Incredible. So, we talked about today's show being about inspiration.
Yes.
And I noticed that when I was at your concert, and even before I went to the concert, I had an opportunity to listen to some of your songs. And I think that the song that I was most inspired by was Fly.
Yes.
I'm not going to do no disservice to you by trying to sing that song.
No problem.
I'm not. But I'm going to let you know that when I'm at home and I'm playing it, I'm singing it.
Right,
and messing all the words up like I always do.
Yes, people
it was fantastic.
Thank you.
Tell people about the song. We're going to play it here on the show.
Oh, beautiful.
Give people an opportunity to know what inspired you to create that
Sure.
particular song.
Most certainly. First of all, we have so much poisonous energy just being put out towards black people. And I just think that it's so pertinent that we bring some more balance to our music and our entertainment world because, if we look on TV, we look at the radio stations, and even in our own neighborhoods, there's so much negativity. And I felt like, I need to bring something positive to my people, and I want to uplift them and tell them that they can be great, and talk to them about loving themselves. So FLY stands for Forever Love Yourself, okay? And that's what that means. And for Black History Month in 2017, I released a song just to uplift my people, talk to the children so that they can understand that what they're listening to is affecting them. Right. And what they think about on a daily basis. You know, the spells that are being put out via the music that they're listening to is poisonous, you know, and you have to clean your mind up. You have to pay attention to these things, what you're listening to and what you're regurgitating out of your mouth, you know, when you're speaking and saying these words. Mm-hmm. And, you know, also, you know, speaking to the men and telling them, hey, you know, back in the day, y'all used to work hard for the queens. Y'all used to work hard for the women. Y'all wanted to provide for us. Y'all wanted to bring home whatever we needed. And y'all got to get back to that. Y'all can't keep leaving us stranded. We have to make wiser decisions. We need to understand that we are being attacked and we are at war. Whether we want to believe it or not, while we walking around in this freedom, we are legit at war at all costs. So when you go to these prisons, like I just went to a prison and did a performance for SCI Chester, and you know, I'm in front of those brothers. I had to let them know, listen, it's a reason why you're here. You know, we have so much greatness in us, and we don't know that, but they do. It's a reason why they want to lock you up and have you caged up, and it's a reason why they want you killing each other and putting y'all in the dirt, you know, leaving the woman stranded to raise the children alone. So we have to touch on these topics. And then also speaking to the woman. The woman has to understand her role and understand that we are at war and that we are being attacked. And the first way that they're going to get to the woman is through the men and the children. So we have to remember these things. So I had to put out that song. I was inspired to encourage my people and encourage them to fly, be great, forever love yourselves, and unify. You know, because that's what we have to do. We have to remember that we need to love each other, but we can't love each other until we love ourselves. You know, so I was inspired by, you know, my Lauryn Hill girls, because she always spoke some knowledge, and I was just so hyped because I went to the Lauryn Hill show the other night at the wait. All right.
What time she get there, yo?
I heard she was on time. Lauren was on time.
I didn't feel like I waited very long for her.
Lauren was on time. I got the text because, you know, I put it out there like, should I make this post? And I'm hashtagging the world. So I was like, I don't know if I want to do that because, you know, she got some, some rhythm sections from Philly. So I was like, let me not do that. But I was like, I need to know, was Lauren on time? And they said she was on time.
She was
Man,
on time.
and the bomb.com. When I tell you, I've seen numerous Lauryn Hill shows, and I always love seeing Lauren because she's like one of my biggest inspirations. Like her, Mary J. Blige, and Whitney Houston, they like all at the top right here. But you know, this time around, she sang those songs just like the Miss Education of Lauryn Hill. They had the interludes in there. And, you know, I heard that the sound wasn't that great for them in their in-ears and up on stage. But for us, I mean, I was totally vibed out. Like, I was just on a high.
That's
good. She had me all the way up here.
It's good when you can see, you know, like you said, you not like this was your first time seeing her,
right?
But when you see someone who you admire and you know, just like crave that person to, that should be my mentor and things like that.
I mean, I love her
right.
in that type
and you see them, and it's a great experience. You know what I mean? I mean, that is when it's, I get it. That's when it tops it all. Patti LaBelle is the only person that does that for me, so I get it.
God, yes.
I get it.
Amazing too.
I get it. So I totally get it. And Lawrence has a great message all the time.
All the time.
All of her music has always had a good message. So I can understand from Fly to why you would, you know, put that message out. I mean, yeah, and it's rough. We do need to get back to. I was having a discussion as well on Facebook with these men that what we're trying to put together. We do need to get back in the day, but it does start at home, which is difficult. Some of these parents are difficult. These aren't the same parents.
No,
they're difficult, and it starts with back in the day when I would have a party or a bunch of people at my house and knew that my mom and dad were gone. Person across the street is calling my parents or coming over, knocking on the door.
Village.
You need to turn that down. We know your parents are home. Turn that down.
Yes.
You know, if they see me somewhere where I knew I wasn't supposed to be, I'm about to tell your mom you need to go home. Like, you know, those were the things. And now,
village.
These kids are cursing you out, and their parents are telling you to mind your business.
Yep.
So it's difficult, and we got to get back to being a village to our children and talking to them. Like, that's not how you're supposed to talk to me.
No.
I'm trying to help you.
So
yes.
let me just,
respect.
if you don't mind, let me just tell you that IKIL was, you know, I have a guest co-host, not a guest co-host, but a co-host. IKIL.
Yeah.
IKIL Parker is an instructor. And he just was published to a website, an article that he wrote, and it talked about just that thing.
Wow.
So I'm going to try to, the way he was presenting it was as it relates to being a teacher and how sometimes it's difficult to teach kids because they haven't accepted the teacher as the OG who's there with me, if that makes sense. So I'm going to just sort of like put that on the old head in the neighborhood. I think a lot of times what happens is that we haven't stepped up or we haven't been accepted in that role. And it's hard to teach kids when they haven't accepted you as a person who is a role model.
Right. No, absolutely.
So
it starts at home. It's definitely at home.
But some of the people at home don't know what they're doing.
Right, but it's like I said, I have 16. I call them 16. And 16 is a trip and all. So do you write?
I do. So I wrote Fly.
Okay.
I wrote Fly in entirety with
Okay.
a producer who is actually from Philadelphia, but he lives in Atlanta. So we recorded it down there and everything.
Okay.
And, you know, he actually is also the producer who did my song, Where Did the Love Go?
Okay.
And I want to say that Where Did the Love Go was really when I just really started waking up, you know, and just getting to this level of consciousness and spirituality where it was like, you know what? I gotta start talking. I gotta start talking to my people and talking about the things that are really going on in the world, because there's some serious matters at hand that we need to be discussing. And music is the better platform to do it, you know? And, you know, I go into these schools. I even started a Fly tour.
Okay.
And it's very small. I only go to like two schools per year. And then I join in with other tours as well. But we go into the schools and we perform empowerment songs, you know, that is going to uplift them, that they need to hear about, because on the radio they're not really getting it.
No, and it's sad.
Well, it's starting to. I feel like it's starting to do a shift.
It's working, but it's taken a very long time, and you know, we wish that the ones that are on the labels would change that too. You know what I mean? That's the part that I don't understand. That you know, like how at this day and age, how is the label even allowing to put this out right now?
Because you have exactly. That is what that's the purpose in the agenda.
I get it, but it's just like,
that's why,
you know, as the artist, and you got kids and you got a family. You know, this is what Prince was fighting for. And this was wake up and get it together.
Prince, Michael Jackson, all of them fighting for this.
Yes.
Yep.
I said it. The room is getting hot, y'all.
No.
Yeah.
The room is getting hot.
Yeah, but
if you are just tuning in, you're listening to the Dalila Robbins Show with Roxy Fab.
Hey.
Suzann, Christine. In just a couple of minutes, we're going to have Dell P in the building. Dell P. Right now, just take a break and listen to a great song, Love and War. You're listening to Philly Cam Radio, 106.5. Show with Kel Parker and DJ Craig and our special guest co-host, Roxy Fab.
What's happening, everybody?
We also have Suzann, Christine, and now Mr. Dell P in the building.
Dell has arrived. What's up, Dell?
What's up? What's going on? Thank y'all for having me.
Hey, you out here winning awards and stuff, you know, on TV and all this kind of stuff. You're real busy and all. You know, I get it. You know.
Just trying to make it work.
Hey, making a staple and making your mark. You know, like that Beyonce song. Let's just say, when I leave here, I just want everybody to know.
Absolutely.
Right.
I was there.
Right. I was here.
I want everybody to know what I was. That's right, and that's what I think y'all are doing. And I want to let you know I appreciate it. You know, I know I really don't talk to you a lot. You know, this is my brother. But, you know, I listen to you and I watch you. So it doesn't, whether I talk to you or not, doesn't matter. I watch you. I watch your Instagram. I watch your Facebook. I watch what you're trying to put out there, even if it's a one-word statement. I
Right.
pay attention. So, I thank you guys for just trying to help these kids and people just change their lives and get their heads right.
Absolutely. We thank y'all for embracing it.
Yes, we
That's
appreciate
one
you.
of the reasons why I do this show. Because Phil will tell you if he were here that the lyrics, that we always have to examine the lyrics to the songs that we listen to. Because, and it's my perception that we get hypnotized by this music. The beat is what does it.
Oh, yeah.
And then you hear the verse, the words, whatever, it just gets absorbed.
Into your DNA.
And then you end up doing the wrong thing. And you try to ask yourself, why am I doing this? You don't sometimes even know why you are being influenced to do certain things. And so, because you and both you and Del P produce positive music, and you've also worked together.
Oh yeah. It's a family thing, right?
I wanted to ask you to be here together because I thought it was important for you to be together. So tell us what that's like, working with Del P, and tell us about some music that you've done. What inspired you to do those things together?
So, for me, Dell reached out, what was it, last year? I mean, we've been following each other for a while now, but reached out to me, he had a project going on, and was like, yo, sis, I seen him, what was it, 2016, that's when we really
Yeah, that's
connected.
when we, absolutely.
And, he finally was like, yo, sis, I got a project I'm trying to put out, blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. And, I already knew what he stood for. That's very, very important, just knowing what somebody stands for and wanting to be a part of what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, that's all it took was that, invite to the studio session so that we could start working together. And he had a song called First Amendment. He already had the verses laid down to. And, I just was like, okay, I heard the verses, heard what he was talking about, and brought the message all the way forward with the hook, So we have a song together called First Amendment. And, whenever he has something at show, I'm trying to be there, and whenever I have something, it's like, all right, LB, I got a such and such, I need you there, so
Absolutely.
let's do, First Amendment. So, it depends on how much time we have in sets and things like that, but, he's going to be at my Warm Daddy show on August 9th.
Word.
So, we're going to be on a rooftop, and, we did our First Amendment show together earlier back in January. It was a sold-out show at Warm Daddy's. That was inside. This time around we'll be outside, but that was magical, a beautiful time. So I enjoy working with Dell, I just enjoy him just doing everything that he's doing, you know what I mean? And as many chances I can to promote him, with bringing him out, doing stuff with me is what I'm going to do, because that's just what it is.
Okay, so what I'd like to do now is to ask Del P. I can't see you over there, so I should put you in a different light. But I'd like to ask you, because I've been seeing a lot of stuff going on with you for the past few years.
Oh, word.
And I think it's incredible. Like, I'll say, Del P, yo, on Twitter is how I usually contact you. So what inspires you to create the kind of music that you're creating? It's positive, and it can be very helpful. But is there something that caused an impact on your life? Or is there something that you're seeing that you wanted to address, and that's what?
You know what? It's all of that and rolled in one, because first of all, you said something about inspirations and stuff. My inspirations was A Tribe Called Quest, Brand Nubian, Public Enemy, artists like that. And I was looking at how the climate of music was going, I would say 2013, 2014, and they were just promoting Molly's and people just getting high. And I had a meeting with a label, and they asked me, would you have a problem doing a song promoting, getting high to the 12 to 17-year-olds? And I said, yeah, I would. You know what I'm saying?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm dead serious.
Has somebody asked you that question?
Yeah, they said, listen, we like your music, but we need you to talk about getting high, because that's what they want to hear.
Incredible.
And that changed my whole outlook, and that's
That's what it is out here.
Because that's what they're doing.
That's what I'm saying, Roxy.
They are. That's what they're.
And it's not really what they want. It's they want us to influence them to do. That's really what it is.
Because they're kids at that moment. At that moment, they're kids, and we can still mold them.
Absolutely.
So if that's the music that we're going to put out, then that's what they're going to take in, and that's what they're going to think is cool because this artist is on the radio.
Right.
They're on the radio. They're a big deal. So they said that we could do it. So we should try it because it's cool.
Right.
And there we go.
Yeah. So it was that, and it was at Boys Latin, the charter school.
Sure.
I was asking them who was their favorite artist, and I didn't know any of them. You know what I'm saying? And when I listened to the content, it was the content that they were trying to get me to promote. So I said, listen, I can't be that of this generation. I wanted to be the Common or the Nas. That was to me. I want to be the number. You know what I'm saying?
It is difficult. To me, it's really difficult.
That's what it is out here.
It is difficult because I listen to the music that 16 listens to, and I'm just like, I'm stuck. And like I said, now I got him in the studio now because he's got a good flow, and I'm just like, that Will's grandma, well, Will first did a track, right? And his grandma heard it and was like, what's that?
You know Will Smith, right?
Will Smith. And she was like, you can't, what's all this cursing? You can't do that?
Right.
He said, well, Mom, Grandma, like, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is, And she's like, you can get your message across without any of that profanity. That's what I need you to try. And bam, there we go. But parents just don't understand, and the list goes on.
And I think that's what set him apart.
Absolutely.
Right. Was that he wasn't using profanity.
Right.
Yeah, and it was fun. Don't get me wrong, it was fun. The videos were silly, and it was fun. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of fun creativity that, other than the message, don't get me wrong. But as far as the creativity, the kids have such a wide range of things that they can do. There's YouTube, there's this, there's that. There's so much that they can be creative with. So get out there and create something that's fun.
Right.
Yeah. So it's very difficult though. It's difficult. It is.
So I'm going to ask this question, and either of you can answer. What's one thing that you would encourage people to do who are music makers like you are, that can inspire other people to create music that is uplifting or informative? Because what we really need, I think, is to come together. And we can't come together unless we fix the problems that we have at the micro level in our house.
Right.
Take care of what's going on in your house first.
Absolutely.
And then come out and hold hands with everybody else so that we can move forward together.
Yeah.
Some people are going to get left behind.
Yes.
But I do think that the music that you have, that you're putting out there, is important. So what's one thing that you would say to someone to help them, to inspire them to create music that's more positive?
I would say stay true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the best thing you could do, just being a creative and an artist in general. Like, if you are considered a positive person, or if you aspire to be positive because you want to kind of uplift yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about those things and think about the ears of your listeners. Think about the people who you are influencing. And if you're ever feeling like, okay, no, I can't be positive because the only way to get on is to be a certain way, that's a lie. It's just a lie. It's BS. So that's what you have to remember. You have to remember that there's a Kendrick Lamar that's out here that's always giving you some knowledge, dropping some gems, and even Jay-Z and where he's going now with his music. You can't forget about the J. Cole's of the world. So there are people that are out here doing the thing. You know what I mean? And they're encouraging, empowering people,
and selling the most records.
And they're at the top of the list.
So
they don't put that out there. Like
just to add this though.
Yeah.
What's his name? Kendrick Lamar won the Nobel Peace Prize.
Right. Yeah, come on now. That's what it's about.
Music.
Yes.
Now, when I found
Michael
out
Jackson. Come on now.
I was totally amazed to find out that he would receive that. I'm going to call it validation.
Yes, that's major.
And
that recognition.
Validation.
Yep.
And so for me, it was important that we learn more. Now I'm going to say I went back and Kendrick Lamar. I like him, and I always enjoy to watch his performances on TV. Like he's on an award show or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I always enjoy it. It's always visually spectacular to me. But there are a lot of us out here who are being bombarded with negative messages.
Yep.
Like, I thought I was going to lose myself, after seeing the Starbucks thing. The two guys in Starbucks who were getting kicked out and arrested, whatever.
Right.
It just seemed like that whole week there was something showing up to let me know that people don't like black people.
Yeah, that's what they do. The media is big on that. They want to make sure you know.
So I felt that I was on the brink of doing something crazy, and so I had to really talk about it because I felt like I was being attacked.
Yeah,
so
we are.
Don't forget. I felt like I really felt it, and so that caused me to redouble back to my kids and let them know that you have to be careful. Give him that whole speech, especially my son. He's 15. And just to give him that speech. And it hurt my heart to tell my kids, listen, you got to be careful about what's going on. So what's the message that you want to give to the youth?
Me, I would say, be the change you want to see. You know what I'm saying?
Say that again, man.
Be the change you want to see. Like, if you really want change in the community, if you want to see everybody come together, don't get on the record talking about how many guns you busting, how many drugs you selling. If you're going to say that's what you want, put that in the content. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a lot of people be faking the funk.
Right.
I would say be the change you want to see, and practice what you preach, and don't fall for the flavor of the month, because this is what it is right now. It's like we're in the disco era of hip hop right now. You know what I'm saying?
So explain what that means.
So in the disco era, it was all about partying. It was all about using drugs. It was all about flashy lights. If you look at that and look at a video today, it's the same thing.
Right.
It's the same exact thing.
It's just 12 times worse.
Yes.
12 times worse.
And it's crazy because the internet makes it worse.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just out there for everybody to see.
Right. So I'd like to play Fly.
Please do.
And I have to say that when I saw you perform this song at the ODAT Unity Day, what I liked the most is that you went down to a little girl that was in the audience. I'm about to cry now.
Oh.
You went down to a little girl in the audience and told her that she was fly.
Yes.
And then I perceived that you were singing this song to her.
Yes.
And I think that was fantastic because a lot of the problems that we have in our community is the woman who is bearing the brunt of it.
Yes.
I'm not saying that guys aren't having difficulty.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the women are the ones, we're giving birth to kids.
Yes, we are.
And so more times than not, if the father is not around, it's the mom that's taking care of them.
Struggling.
And so children, moms, we have to be able to give our kids the things that they need in order to survive in the future.
Seriously.
And for me, Fly was a message that we need.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was so insistent that we play it today. Now, please note, I am playing this on YouTube.
No worries.
I hope no advertisement comes up. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yeah. Did you get past the advertisement part?
I'm seeing feet walking on here, so...
Oh, yeah, you good then.
So
you good to go.
Good.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up, because we're a little bit behind schedule.
Okay.
What's one thing, and I'd like both of you to do this, what's one thing that you would want to say to the people? I got my fist up. To the people today, that they can walk away and do something positive today.
I want to tell my people just to always search within. A lot of us are looking for saviors, but we are our saviors. We have to love ourselves, and we have to do for self. We have to do for self. And if we don't love ourselves, there's no way we can go out there and love on anybody else. 2, village speaking. We have to get back to the village. We have to get back to the village. We cannot raise our children by ourselves. Point blank, period. You need grandma, you need auntie. If you don't have grandma and you don't have auntie and you don't have sister and you don't have brother, you got the neighbor next door. Start speaking to your neighbors. Start, building relationship with the people in the neighborhood. Let them get to know who you are. Let them get to know who your children are. Stop acting like That's what they want us to do. Not love on each other. They want us to not speak to each other. They want us to constantly hate on each other. If it's somebody in your same realm, if I'm a singer and it's another dope singer, show that singer some love.
Right.
You know, show that rapper some love. If you think they getting a lot of attention, figure out, wow, get involved with that camp. Like, you know, all right, I love everything that you're doing. If you want something, it's because you love seeing what's going on in their world. So don't make yourself an envious, jealous person. Get involved. Start connecting. Start uniting. Be a part of that team. Start doing whatever you can with them. Join in on a song. Do something. And the hate has to just, we gotta decease it.
Yeah.
Because that's the agenda, y'all. You know, the agenda is to see y'all in these cages, hating on each other and not loving each other. So we gotta get back to that. That's all I got.
Incredible. Del P, what you say?
So I say, get off the internet sometimes and come outside and live life. Because a lot of the hate is because of the internet. They see people.
Again. Say that again, man.
Come outside and live life. The internet is not everything. Like, a lot of people have been losing their life. A lot of people have been losing their life because of people being jealous of them, seeing what they're doing for themselves on the internet. But like my sis said, it's time to get back to the village. It definitely takes a village. Another thing is, stop being afraid to let somebody know they inspire you. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah.
That is so powerful. We were just talking about that yesterday. DJ Craig and them, who's not here, he had a friend who died. And he went to the funeral, and so he's not here today. I'm sorry about that.
Sorry for his
loss. But one thing that he said was that his friend was very inspirational. You know, he made a post saying, you know, I miss my friend, whatever. But I said, you know what? You inspire me too. In order so we can be inspirational. The words that we use can either build up people or tear them down.
That's right.
And I think that each of us, at least once a day, find somebody that you could say a positive thing to. Make it something that you strive to do every single day, and that'll increase the love.
Right.
It will. You got to tell people when you see that they're making a difference. Roxy Fab makes a difference. Everybody around this joint is making a difference.
Absolutely.
And you got to share that. You can't hold it in. And like you said earlier, Dell, that sometimes people be jealous. And I'm saying people be.
Yeah.
People be jealous.
People do.
Because you work hard. You work hard for something, and you put your heart and soul in this, and for people to just throw shade for no reason is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So what you got, sister? Because we about to play this song. We about to play this song, and then we're going to get into the Super Big A mix with DJ Craig and them. I got that joint, and it's fly, hot, hot, hot. But then after that, before we close, we're going to do the Daily with Roxy Fab. And please note that Sherry Lee is going to be here at the top of the hour with what's going on. And I'm just excited. I'm floored. I'm just taken away by everything. This room is hot. The room is hot right now. The things that we're discussing here. But before we just wrap up with the Dalila Robin in the Artist Spotlight, was there any more last thing that you wanted to say, Suzann?
Definitely don't forget about the coming up shows. July 22nd, Malcolm X Park. July 28th at the waterfront on Penn's Landing in Philadelphia. And August 9th on the rooftop of Warm Daddies.
Okay, so where can people find you on social media?
You can find us, find me at Suzann Christine, Suzann, no E. Everybody likes to put the E on there. That's going to mess you up. Suzann Christine. If that's too hard, just hashtag Sudat and you'll find me SUDAT, which stands for Spiritual, Unique, Divine, Artistic, and Thankful. Visit my website, SuzannChristine.com.
Go ahead. What about you, Del P?
Yeah, you can follow me at DellP215 on Instagram, at DellP215 on Twitter, and DellP on Facebook, and whoisDellP.com.
WhoisDellP.com.
Right.
When you go there, you sure gonna find out. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. I want to thank you very much for coming in to the show today. I'm so happy for you.
Thanks for having us. We're grateful.
You're doing big things, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's coming up next for you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I want to say, too, to you guys, I'm just really proud of you. You know, a lot of people don't, like you said, you know, we got to give compliments, we got to give love, and I'm famous for that because I don't care. You know,
That's love.
I like doing it, and I'm really proud of the both of you. Like I
Thank
said,
you, Roxy.
I don't
Thank
have to pick up the phone and call you, but I know that if I need to, I can do it.
Right, it's
Yes,
automatic.
yes,
Right.
we are here.
But, you know, I follow the both of you hard. You know, I really, really do, and I pay attention, and I may shout you out a time or two on my show, like, yo, y'all need, you know, I mean, I do it, and I don't tag. I don't need to.
Yeah.
Because it's genuine.
Because you already know I'm doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You already know I'm doing it. So it's, but you guys are really doing your best to change and assist your city.
Certainly.
You know, and with me having a 16-year-old, and I'm not born and raised in the city, I'm not. You know, and I pride myself on being a county girl, I do. But with me having a teenager at this day and age, you know what I mean? I just appreciate what you guys are putting out.
We
You know what I
appreciate
mean?
you.
I really do. So y'all keep doing what you're doing, and if you ever need anything that you think I can provide, you know, I'm a phone call away.
Okay.
No doubt.
Love,
No doubt.
love, love, love.
So thanks again. Let's get into fly. And you said that means forever love yourself.